Hi everyone, it's Miss Maria from Viridian Art. Let's make a shark. I am going to be using some oil pastels, but crayons would work as well to color it in, or color pencils. And I'm going to create a watercolor background, but you can use any materials that you have for this entire project. I'll show you all the steps for drawing a shark. You can create any background and any type of shark that you would like from these simple shapes that we'll start with. And right in the middle of my paper, I'm going to make a very long, kind of like an almond shape, but very, very wide and long. Notice I'm going pretty soft and lightly, getting the top and bottom slightly curved, making a longer skinny shark. So notice this slight arch and this other one that is slightly like a smile. So top looks a little bit like a frown, bottom looks more like a smile, and they are meeting with this nice little rounded point on each end. Double check from here that the top and the bottom look the same, that each side looks the same. Once you have this shape, we are going to create a tail for our shark. So the shark's tail that I'm going to make is going to be coming from the very tip of the body, arching upward. The bottom part of that is going to be a shorter line. So it's like a crescent shape. Top is longer, bottom is shorter, and make that other side of the crescent erase in between the shark's tail and body. Right in the middle of the body, we're going to make the shark's top fin. My line is slightly curved and slightly diagonal, and I'm going to create a nice curved line on the inside so it comes to that point. It's about as wide as my finger there, and it comes to that nice point right in the middle of the body. Just below that, we're going to create a line that angles back. This is for the shark's side fin. Notice how I'm starting in the body and how much of that is coming off of the body. From that tip, I'm going to go back upward towards the body and create a line going across. This line is pretty horizontal, so back and forth to connect the two. And I have this long pointy fin, so it's pointing back towards the tail. The line of the body that's inside, we can erase. We are also going to erase the line in the upper fin where it connects to the body. So now I have top fin, side fin, and tail fin. Sharks do have sometimes these additional little fins sticking out, so you can always add one more if you'd like. And we're going to make the shark's mouth. So the shark's mouth is going to be on the underside of this shape. So not here, not at the tip, but at this underside. So starting just a little bit from the tip of the nose, I'm going to make a line that is a slight smile, but pretty close to horizontal. And from that end of that line, bring it right back towards the front of the shark's face. You can erase this line out if you'd like and draw in teeth, or we can have it look like its teeth are closed together and just create a zigzag. So this entire space will become teeth. So completely up to you how you want to create the mouth. And just in a little bit from the mouth, I'm going to make the shark's eye. So my shark is complete, and I will start by coloring in. I'm going to use a gray oil pastel. You can create your shark any colors that you'd like. The upper half of my shark I'm going to create with the gray, and then the lower half I'm going to color in white. You can choose to do it any way that you would like. So starting from the tail, going to create a line that goes just above the fin and just above the mouth. And everything above this line will be filled in with gray. The upper fin I'll fill in with gray, and my tail fin my little tiny fin at the bottom, and my side fin all will be gray. I'm then going to use some white, and I'm going to fill in the entire belly. Since my teeth are going to be white too, I'm going to use my gray one more time and just kind of outline the bottom of that mouth. And I'm going to use my white oil pastel and fill in, and you may not be able to see what I'm filling in here because my paper is white, but once I color in the background, this will really stand out. And my teeth, use black, fill in my eye. Also, sharks sometimes have a little nostril. I just put a little dot right there. If you want to do a little black tip on the tail fins, depending on what type of shark you would like, I will do it on my side fin as well. So I'm just using a little tiny bit of the black and creating a little black tip. So using any colors, I'm going to create some coral, like my shark is in a reef. So notice I'm doing these very jagged lines for my coral. So every little branch that sticks off, I have another little branch sticking from it. And I'll do another coral in a different color. They can be the same, they can look completely different from one another. If you want to add in any grasses or seaweed, add in any rocks down at the bottom of the ocean floor. And you can create any other animals or sea life in your artwork before we fill in the background. Use anything to add in the color. I'm going to use my watercolors, and I'm going to just wet some of my greens and my blues so I can make nice aqua colors in my water. And this technique, using several colors, you can do with color pencil or with crayon. You're just going to be blending from one color to the next. So I'm just starting in one corner and just dipping into another color and kind of letting it mix where the two colors touch. If you're using crayons or pastels or color pencils for this, you're just going to add in your colors and be sure to overlap where they are touching. And notice I'm just doing some small sections at a time. And if you are using your crayon and oil, if you're using crayon or oil pastel and watercolor, you're going to be creating something called a wax resist. So when you get close to your plants and rocks, you can just paint right over that with watercolor and your crayon or oil pastel will show through. If you are using another material, you can just color really softly, and as long as you've created your coral and seaweed with some darker colors, if you color softly, it should show through as well. And as I get closer to the bottom with the watercolor, I'm just going lighter, so I'm adding more water as I go. And that's it for our shark. I hope everyone enjoyed the lesson and see you next time. Bye!